During a cybersecurity stream on Twitch, the streamer you're watching may have covered something that you want to review after the stream has ended. However, because you are busy, you might not be able to review that part of the video or VOD before Twitch removes it from their platform. This video will get around that issue by downloading the VOD locally so that we can review it at any point in time after the fact. To start us off, we'll be covering VLC, but manually. What I mean by that is we pick the VOD we want to download. We go into Inspect Element, to the Network tab, refresh, and we get all of the requests, and we're looking for a specific URL link that contains the video. But doing it manually this way, it is very easy to mess up. So for a simple demonstration of doing it wrong, we will use the wrong requested URL and go into VLC, go into Media, Convert and Save, hit the Network tab. I've already put it in here. You should be using the correct input, but I'm just showing you what it does when it's incorrect. Convert and Save, and then we set a destination, which will just be our output MP4 file. So I'll just do output.mp4 on the desktop, hit save, and then hit start. And then if the status bar at the bottom that shows how much it's completed is not showing, you can add that by hitting view and checkboxing the status bar. Once the video is finished processing, the status bar at the bottom will disappear. Jumping a little bit ahead in time. Now if we go into our desktop and view our output file, we can see it's just the MP4 file. However, when we try to view the MP4 file in Firefox, output.mp4.
Sorry, are we back now?
We can see that it is very tiny for some reason, and it only copied 10 seconds of the video. Instead of doing it manually with VLC, unless you're a GigaChad like Chabby Noob, we can use a kind of little cheat code called Streamlink. So app search Streamlink, which is this package you can install. I've already installed it. And then what we can do is do Streamlink followed by the stream VOD we want to pull, and then best at the end for the best quality that the stream supports. So stream link, and if we go back to here, grab the VOD we want to pull, paste it in, and then best. And what that will do is it'll just open it in VLC for us. But we're technically not done because it's going over the network connection and it's not on our machine. Instead, what we can do is X out of this and add the dash option for output, and then just do, I guess I'll just call this putput. I was going to type output, but that didn't happen. And it will download it locally. Once that has finished, we can see there is a .ts file, which is an mpeg transport data stream file. To view it, all we do is just VLC and then our file, putput. And we can view it locally, but only through VLC or any other media player that supports TS files. To convert it from a .ts file back into an MP4 file, we can use VLC, the GUI itself. So what we do is do the thing I just did, and then go to Media, Convert and Save, and then we're going to select a file, add a file, our TS file, convert and save, and then our destination file will just be fixed.mp4, and then like before, it will convert the video from .ts into mp4. However, this time it will work properly when we view it in Firefox. It will be the full 1080p. All we have to do is just wait. Like before, the VOD is almost done converting, and the status bar at the bottom will be removed once it is complete. Going back to our terminal, we can see that fixed MP4 is in this directory. And if we open it up in Firefox like before,
Sorry, are we back now?
we can see that we have the full content of the VOD and at the quality of 1080p.
How to do something just by doing.
Excellent. Instead of using the GUI version of VLC to convert the .ts file into an MP4 file, after Streamlink has downloaded it, what we can use instead is the command line version of VLC. So if we do man cvlc, it's all the same as normal VLC, just when you run a command, it won't create a pop-up window of VLC. It will just run in the terminal like any other terminal utility. Putting this in its own window, we can start from the beginning by first downloading our .ts file like before, which of course was already downloaded from a previous segment in this video. But here's the command up at the top. And then after that, to convert it into a .mp4 file, we can use this command and run it. Except it's not called ts desktop. Let's see, putput. There we go. So now it will convert. The only issue with this command is that once it's done converting the video into a .mp4 file, it won't auto close out of the process, and so it will just hang here forever. So if we look at the files, select layout, there we go. So if we look at all the files, you can see that I kind of squashed over the previous output file. We're not going to go back and recreate that. But as you can see, the file I just squashed is holding at 1.5 gigabytes. And if we go back into Firefox and just push this over here, refresh, go to output,
Sorry, are we back
we can
now?
see it's the same as our fixed file. And we can scroll and
you can
pull
see
what we want to review when we're studying.
that we have an option here.
An alternative to using the command line version of VLC is to use ffmpeg, with the benefit of it auto closing itself once it's finished. So like before, you download the .ts file with Streamlink, and then once that is finished, we will just do ffmpeg with putput with all these arguments. All the commands will be in the description below, so you don't have to retype them. And then we run it, and like before, it should come out to 1.5 gigabytes. Now that it has finished, we can see that our VLC file is the same size as our output, 1.5 gigabytes. Like before, going back into Firefox and selecting all this and then click and dragging it into a new tab. Refresh. We can see
are we
that
back now?
ffmpeg correctly converted
back
it into an
now? Hello?
MP4. And like before, we can watch
What random
the VOD
password? That's
locally on
fine.
our machine and jump to the part we want to review.
NT hash.
Another command line utility that can be used to download the Twitch VOD to our machine is yt-dlp. So apt search YouTube or yt-dlp. I already have this package installed. The benefit of this versus using the command line version of VLC or ffmpeg with Streamlink is that it will convert it in a single step, and there's no middle step of converting from .ts to MP4. All we need to do is copy this from our notes, yt-dlp, and then we're going to filter for best quality and set our output to MP4, and then all we need is the URL of the Twitch VOD. So let's go back here, copy this, paste. Alright, jumping a bit ahead, this is almost done downloading, just a few more seconds. Once it's completed downloading, it will close out and we'll get our terminal back. As we can see, it's the same size as converting it with the command line version of VLC and ffmpeg. If we go back into our Firefox and go over here, make that a little bit bigger, we can see here is our stream that we pulled with YouTube DO.
Sorry, are we
And
back
like
now?
before, we have the full VOD ready to watch on our machine. Thanks again for watching the video. Hope you found it useful. Like before, all the commands will be in the description below, and I'll see you all in the uncertain future. Take care.